In this lesson, we're going to learn how to protect ourselves from ourselves. I'm speaking about spelling errors. Let's face it, we've all done it. Fortunately, we don't have to worry about that anymore because AutoCAD has now made it difficult to misspell words. On my screen, I've got a civil engineering example. This is a drawing of a paving plan for an existing restaurant. And I'm at the point in this drawing where I'd like to add some notes. So I'm going to zoom in right here and let's create some multi-line text. I'll pick a point on screen, and then I'll right-click and make sure that my text height is set to 4. We'll pick the other corner, and I'll start typing. Notice I've misspelled a word. More importantly, AutoCAD noticed it too and drew a line underneath that text. Now, if you're not seeing the red line on your screen, it's because this feature is turned off, and that's very easy to do on accident. If we come up to the Spell Check panel in our editor, this spell check button is a toggle that turns the feature on and off. To correct my word, I will right-click over it, and at the very top of the menu, I can see AutoCAD's top 3 suggestions. If these aren't going to work for me, I can come down to More Suggestions to see additional choices. If this word happened to be spelled correctly, I could add it to my dictionary. Or if I didn't want to go that far, I could click Ignore All just to remove the line from this word. In this case, I'm going to select the correct spelling to fix my word, and then I'll click on Screen to finish my label. Now, this is nice, the fact that AutoCAD is monitoring everything we type for spelling errors, but what if we got this drawing from someone else? And what if it already contained a lot of existing text? How can we spell check this? Let me show you where we can find the tool. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but all of the text tools we've been using so far have been located in this Annotation panel. This is actually a miniature set of annotation tools. Notice there is also an Annotate tab on our ribbon, and this contains a full set of all of the annotation tools. The spell checker is right here, and when this guy comes up on screen, you'll find it works very similar to a program like Microsoft Word. First of all, we need to identify where we'd like to search for errors. By default, AutoCAD wants to look at the entire drawing. If I click this button, I can select specific objects to search. I'm going to click Start, and when I do, AutoCAD pans and zooms around the file looking for a word that it doesn't recognize. I say doesn't recognize because if AutoCAD finds a word, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's misspelled. It just means that AutoCAD doesn't have that word in its dictionary. In this case, it's stopped on my road name. We can see the word is not in the dictionary. I can see AutoCAD's best suggestion for this word, and if this one isn't correct, I have a list of additional choices below that I can select from. I can use these buttons on the right to tell AutoCAD what I'd like to do with this word. I can add it to my dictionary. I can ignore this instance. I can ignore all instances of this word. I can change the word using AutoCAD's suggestion, or I can change all instances of this word. Now, this word is spelled correctly, and I don't necessarily want to add it to my dictionary, so I'm going to click Ignore. Let me move this box up a little bit. Now, in this case, the word is misspelled. And if I look at the suggestion, I can see this is correct, so I'm going to click Change to fix my word. AutoCAD has found another misspelled word, and once again, the suggestion is good, so we'll click Change. In this case, the word AutoCAD found is a product name. And this is a product name that we see frequently in our drawings. So I'm going to add this to my dictionary. That way this word will never come up again as a spelling error. Now that my spell check's complete, we'll click OK. Now sometimes you may feel a little hesitant about adding a word to your dictionary. That seems awfully permanent. Let me show you how we can make some changes to our dictionary. I'm going to click the Dictionaries button. Right up here at the top, we can see that we're using the American English Dictionary. We do have other choices. And this list below shows us all of the words that have been added to our dictionary. If I grab this slider and pull to the bottom, we can see superpave. If I'd like to remove this word, I can select it from the list and click Delete. And then we'll click Close to close up these dialog boxes. As you can see, not only does AutoCAD monitor everything we type, it also allows us to spell check the stuff we didn't. So spelling errors may finally become a thing of the past.